All right, when you moved into ISU, like initially, like what was your first reaction when like your parents left the dorm room? Like how did you feel? Like what were your initial thoughts?
Uh, I like first noticed it when I finished unpacking all my suitcases and finally sat down on the futon, and my roommate just goes, "Isn't it kind of weird?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a weird feeling immediately. So like
Uh,
once you had those initial thoughts, like in classes went underway, and like how did you start making friends that you hadn't met prior to school?
I was just able to go out with them and go out with the people that I initially knew going down, and just talk to new people that I get introduced by that these guys already knew, and it was really easy to make connections with them because they're from the same neighborhood as me, so we, in a way, will know each other somehow.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so like as in like obviously like people are shy and like not like outgoing like extroverts. Like it's really hard for people to make friends when they like feel shy and uncomfortable about like introducing themselves to other people. So like it was easy for you to make connections and friendships and like you felt welcome because you knew someone going to that school and like you had a close roommate. But like for people who aren't like that, like what could ISU maybe do to help their whole student body like feel welcomed in their initial like freshman sophomore year?
Uh, I think if you were to structure like the dorms into like certain interests, that'd be a good way to get people to get to know each other because they have something to talk about.
For sure, yeah, it's a good idea. All right, well, thanks again. I appreciate you talking to me today and giving your insight on the dorm life.
No problem.
All right, thanks. I'll see you. All right, what's up, Kenny?
What's up, Quinn?
So, just talking today a little bit about students feeling welcomed at college and school, and you're a student at Miami. So, how did you get to make like friends when you initially moved in on campus in September? What was your
Yeah,
first thoughts?
so
What were your first thoughts actually arriving to school? Like, were you like worried you weren't gonna make friends?
pretty much the simple thing was that I was in the core too, like you are this year, but I was in the last year, and so I had that core group, and I'd say that was like the first basis for how to make friends. We met outside of classes over Zoom. I'd say second thing is getting involved. I got involved with the Miami Finance Association, and that's another way you can get involved with friends. Um, like maybe going to the rec and like shooting hoops, you can find friends in there.
Got
I'd
it.
say those are three solid things that would work.
Got you. Well, so you think like Miami's curriculum like that, like Miami's core in the business program will help students make friends that way? Do you think like it would be impactful if like other majors and classes included that in their curriculum to help students like come out of their comfort zone and like meet new people outside of class time?
Yeah, I think that'd definitely be a solid way to make friends. I think everyone would feel included if that happened. That definitely be a solid way.
Um, what else? What can I ask you? Um, so how did you truly make friends? So obviously you don't live in you didn't live in dorms your first year, which is a little
No, yeah,
different. But like, so it's hard for people to like go from room to room and knock on doors and like introduce themselves because they're shy. So someone prior to you said that like he goes to ISU. He said that it would be cool and smart if the colleges sent out surveys and they structured their dorms on like interests and like schedule times and like what they like and like who they are and like things like that. So like you think Miami, I'm not even sure if Miami does this. I'd have to look into that. But like you think that could probably help with students coming out of their comfort zone because like they're coming out of their comfort zone to people who are very similar to them. Do you think that would like help out the situation?
yeah. I think coming out of your comfort zone with someone who's similar is way easier than coming out of your comfort zone similar to someone who doesn't have like similar interests as you.
Yeah.
I'd say like if you guys can like bond over stuff and talk over like a variety of things,
Yeah.
um, that makes it a lot easier to get out of your comfort zone rather than talking to someone that you don't have many interests with.
For sure. For sure. All
Yeah,
right. Well, I'll take all that into consideration. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
yeah, for sure, no problem, Quinn.
I'll see you. Record to the cloud.
There you go.
Where does it save?
It'll save to your laptop on like your download files.
Okay. All right. So moving into Missouri, obviously like, we'll start from the beginning. Where did you like? What were your initial thoughts like during moving? Like, how did you feel like as soon as your parents left the room or like on the ride up there?
So yeah, the whole ride there, I was super anxious. I was kind of worried about COVID and kind of how it was going to impact things with college. Obviously, I was super excited because, just the first time being away. But as soon as I left, I kind of just was filled with so much like anxiety. I just wanted to do something, get out and like do stuff, like just being in a new place, like meet new people. But I found that kind of hard for the first couple of days, definitely. A lot of like anxious days, kind of just sitting in the room, bored, kind of just worried about what was going to happen.
Got you. So I know you're in a fraternity. I know how that's how you're like making some friendships and things like that. But like, did you make any friendships maybe like in the classroom or in like group projects or like at the rec or like cafeteria? Like, how did you make any other friendships?
Yeah, so I made friends, like literally my first class on campus, my journalism class. I made a couple friends who I still talk with to this day. We're pretty close friends. And also we have like a group chat, for our building. So a couple times during the first couple weeks, everyone was like, yo, like who wants to hang out? And I met two of my closest friends during that. And also another, one of my friends, Danny Cizadlo, I met him during our quarantine apartments that we shared together. We were both freshmen, and it was like during the first couple of weeks of school, so we were both kind of just like all messed up, kind of mentally, just kind of worried about what was going to happen, and we were
Yeah,
able to bond over that a little bit.
for sure. So those are all valid options, but I know like you're like an outgoing person and it's kind of hard for
Mm.
people who aren't like introverted. Like it's like how do like shy people obviously have it a lot tougher moving into campus, especially if you know minimal people going to the college. It's like what do you think Missouri can do to help out those people, like making like having them feel involved? Like how can Missouri have the student body feel welcomed as soon as they get on campus?
So my biggest thing for that is we didn't have like an actual like orientation the first few days because I know that's when like so many people meet like new people from their dorms and stuff. Because even just walking around now, like there's kids on my floor that are like I don't even talk to, like I've never talked to, but I feel like if we had like an actual in-person orientation, that really wouldn't be the case. We had
Okay.
like a Zoom summer welcome, but and other like orientation activities like that. But I feel like Zoom, especially like kids who are introverted, are definitely not gonna contribute in there, especially because I feel like they're able to kind of put themselves out in a better way when they're out with people, kind of expressing themselves.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I'll take all that into consideration. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you.
Peace.